Alright then guys, how's it going? It's JTJudgment here, and welcome back guys to another FIFA 16 Legend review. And today guys, we're going to be taking a look at one of the higher rated strikers in the game, the 90 rated, is it Bulgarian? I think he's Bulgarian. Hristo Stoichkov. But before I get into the review guys and let you guys know what I thought of the player in game, I want to give a massive shout out to the boy that was nice enough to let me use his account to do this review. As always guys, links are going to be down below if you head on over to his account. Said a massive thank you from me and yourselves. That would be absolutely insane. I'd really appreciate it. Also in the description down below, you're going to be finding a link to cdkeys.com if you guys are looking to buy some Apple iTunes cards, PSN codes, Microsoft points. Definitely check their website out. They've got some of the best prices around, I can guarantee. So guys, Stoichkov for me, it's finally come to the point where I've used him in FIFA 16 Ultimate Team now guys, and I've got to say, didn't really like him that much. You know, FIFA 15, he was half decent, I will say, but there definitely were a lot of legends that I used throughout the year that I thought were much better than him. And like I said, now the time has come that I've used him in FIFA 16 Ultimate Team, and I gotta say guys, I was very disappointed with this card. You know, from the very first game, there was something about him. You know, every time I pressed to do something, it was either delayed with the player for some stupid reason, or he would do something different for some reason. You know, that was the sort of feel that I got from the player as time went on. You know, the more games I played, I found him to be an extremely inconsistent player in this game, and that's the main thing that I really hated about this card. You know, I could go into one game, his shooting would be fantastic, he'd score like 2 or 3 goals, maybe even more than that in a single game for me, you know, and then I could go into the very next game and he would seem like he's one of the lowest rated bronze players in the entire game. I have absolutely no idea guys what I was doing wrong for him to be playing so poorly for me. But I got to go out there and say it guys, Stoichkov was a massive disappointment for me. Now when it comes to stats guys, I want to get them into the video because they're just simply fantastic for a player of his rating. You know, you got in a 90 rated striker when you buy Stoichkov, and when you buy a player of that rating, especially a legend, you should get one of the best players in the game. You know, simple. Nice and simple, you buy one of the higher rated legends, you should be buying one of the best players in the game. And unfortunately for me guys, it was a completely different story. On the card guys, he does have 84 pace, 87 dribbling, 88 shooting, 85 passing, 82 physical and 51 defending. So 5 stats out of 6 on the card are above 80, which in itself is absolutely insane. Then you look at his in-game stats guys, they're pretty much all in the mid to late 80s, if not the early 90s. 92 aggression, 91 attack positioning, 88 vision, 84 strength, 89 curve, 89 finishing, as well as 89 shot power, and 88 dribbling, as well as 88 ball control. So as you can see, there's a bit of a theme going on here guys. When it comes to stats with the legend Stoichkov, they are pretty insane. You know, a lot of them in the mid 80s to late 80s, like I said, if not the early 90s. But in game, I don't know what I was doing wrong. He just did not live up to those stats for me, you know guys, really did not live up to them. When it comes to the strengths and weaknesses that I did find with this card guys, I kind of struggled to choose what was good and what was bad with this card, in the sense that because he was so inconsistent, I'd struggle to say maybe, you know, his shooting was insane for me. I couldn't say it was really insane, because for one game it would be, and then another game it would be completely the opposite, you know? So when it comes to his strengths, guys, they're only there because they are barely good enough to be considered, you know, not a weakness, if that makes sense, if I've said that correctly. So even though on the final thought screen, guys, it's going to look like he's a fantastic player because he's got a lot more strengths than he does weaknesses, I've got to say, guys, I just didn't like him. Bottom line, didn't like him whatsoever. His passing for me, from start to finish of using the boy, didn't like it. He played so many bad passes for me. Even though I pressed the pass in one direction, he just didn't do it for me. Simple as. His positioning for me was always inconsistent. He's got medium work rates, and I just found him not in the positions that I played him in. He was switching positions with other players in my team without me pressing him to do so. That got very frustrating. He's got 3-star weak foot, guys, and I personally found it to be very bad. Just missing simple opportunities inside the box. He did manage to get lucky enough and scored from just outside the box for me on one occasion, I think it was, but other than that, it was insanely terrible. And obviously the main weakness with this card, he was just extremely inconsistent. Some of the strengths that I want to mention that were decent on occasion, his pace was okay for me, his dribbling was okay for me, but at the same time of saying that, guys, there were so many situations where he lost the ball from a bad touch. And oh my god, guys, that was probably one of the most frustrating things about this card. He does have 4-star skills, which does kind of make him a half-decent player. But when you look at all the weaknesses that I did find with him, and I compare his performances game to game from what he was like for me, it doesn't really improve him that much, you know? Left foot shot for me was pretty insane. He did score me some nice goals, as you will see in this video. But again, it doesn't make up for the fact that he was just so inconsistent for me. It really did ruin my experience using this card, you know? His aerial ability for me was okay, and his strength for me was, again, one of the only consistent things about this card. So bottom line, guys, Hristo Stoichkov in FIFA 16 Ultimate Team is a massive waste of coins, in my personal opinion. I've got to give him a final score of 7.5 out of 10. It's one of the lower ratings that I've given to the legends that I have used so far in this game, and he deserves it because, like I said, he's definitely one of the worst legends that I have used so far. But that is my personal opinion, guys. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, guys, and this did help you decide whether or not to go out and buy a player for yourself, then a like would be greatly appreciated, guys. It really does help the channel out. And also subscribe today for more legend reviews to come from me very soon. And as always, guys, please take care, and I will see you all next time. Ta-da, guys.